you do me a favor? Damn, your fingers are dirty. I was gonna say to you, just leave a comment and tell them I'm eating. You know what? Yeah, they'll figure it out. If anyone comes in, I'll see someone pop up. If they pop up.
Oh shit.
What?
Let's see if you grab my phone. Look at watch. I thought you were gonna leave the phone right here.
Anybody that would join my stream is smart, bro, so they'll figure it out. Props.
Jimmy, I paid your food.
Eat. Eat your food. Eat your food. Eat. Eat. What is it about you this week?
Monday through Friday.
That's
Friday. He's the only lumpy day.
You got one no you did?
Yeah.
That's major trash.
Yeah, I was thinking that. And then, I don't know, it kind of weird because normally they give you the first day free, but she said on your first day you have to pay. So that to me was kind of weird. Well, whatever. So I was like, I don't want to pay if I don't take it. You know?
Still paying to do it.
Huh?
Still paying to do it.
I don't know.
Oh, you have to pay like the full month?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
I don't know. Are you sure?
Yeah,
Every gym has like a drop-in price.
that's what I thought.
I don't know about that one. You should have went with the I'm just here for a week.
So, do you know the other places I've said I've talked to? They're like, your first one's always free, we'll talk about prices after, but if you want to look at them, here are the prices.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, there's boxing gyms that, like that one of the other gyms, they charged me the first time, but I fucking on it.
Yeah, I could ask for a drop on figure, so.
Yeah, just be like, I'm not gonna be here for a month, bro.
You know, I'm kind of want to try it. Then what if I am here for a month? But what if I do what I can? I can do stay there. She's like, oh yeah, I decided to stay here for a month.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna probably a liar. I'm gonna do them literally not because I'm real.
No, just I watch. But I have to find a key. That's the other thing.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I imagine they're so weird. I imagine they're so weird. You know?
So I asked, I was like, okay, how much are your keys? Like, oh, we didn't sell them.
Half.
Yeah, so I was just kind of like, But I can see twin flex. Like she wasn't even gonna refer me until I asked her like, oh, do you know where I can get a key around here?
I'll take Colombia customer service.
And then they said that, I mean, not that it would matter here, so I'll describe whatever. But she's like, and make sure it's black or white, you can't have any other colors. I'm like, bruh, y'all ain't that advanced, like, you know?
Why should say that though?
Some schools have rules about what you wear, but I feel like only good schools would have that.
Maybe they're good. We are close to Brazil.
It's true.
If not good, they could just be real traditional.
Yeah.
They have real Brazilians.
I feel like Roland was very traditional, but he didn't care about me.
Yeah, but you know, depends on how you like how you're brought up and stuff.
Yeah, so I was just like,
It really doesn't hurt to try it.
well, I mean, I have to wait till Friday because that's the no leave day.
Yeah. I mean, that's only 2 days away.
Yeah.
You gotta wait this till tomorrow if you want.
That's true.
That's your scary cop.
Alright, girl, freaking bitch.
Hmm?
Bitch.
There you go.
I ain't never been a bitch, bitch.
Sure.
Did he at least eat some of his food?
No.
He just moved it around?
I ain't gonna be none.
I feel like I couldn't see metal before, and now I do see metal.
I just put his nose in there.
Hello. Who's here?
I would know.
Oh, damn, I thought the mouse was attached to the phone. I'm stupid. I thought the mouse was attached to the phone.
What?
Nothing, never mind. Nope, no one's here. Oh, I think it's me.
It's you.
But hello. You want this for later?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know me. Hmm?
Look at this one. That's why you.
Hmm?
That's why you got drinks.
That's why I got what?
Drinks because of life.
Worrying. It's just too much. Ah. Okay. Why does it look super? Something looks different about this. My brightness. I know no one's in here yet, but this one is lurking. Let me know if the stream starts acting up at all. I usually don't connect to the Wi-Fi, but right now I'm connected to the Wi-Fi, so we'll see.
Yeah, but then.
Worrying and worrying. It's just too much. Worrying and worrying. It's just too much. Jim, eat your food. Go eat your food. Go eat your food. Eat your food. This guy. This fool. This fool. Ooh, tasty. Why is this not signed into YouTube? I don't know my password. Now I gotta find out. What do I normally use? Microsoft Edge or what? Alright, I got the chat up and running. My family's texting in the group chat. That can't be good. Oh, now let me pull up the newsies. Let's look at some uplifting news. Let's see what I can find in uplifting news. Iowa teen grew 7,000 pounds of veggies and then gave them all away. What a nice Iowa teen. Dominica to create the first ever sperm whale reserve. Interesting. Let me read about that. 200 or so sperm whales. Dominica. Okay, that's not that interesting. It's good, but it's not that interesting. Why does my family keep messaging? Chinese airline to honor $1.30 flight tickets sold during glitch. Let's go. I wish I would have bought that shit. The Wi-Fi broke. I had to cut it off. Should be good now. Stupid ass Wi-Fi. Bro, I'm about to block my family. This is insane. Hold on 1 second. I gotta see what this is about. My sister's about to be a homeowner. That's what they're texting about.
Javon?
Yeah.
Nice.
Ja. Too many texts for me. None of this news is very good. Now I'm gonna go to weird news. Weird and wacky news from around the world. Let's see, I'm 18 minutes in. I think I'll give it until 30 minutes. But if there's nothing at 30, I got to go. Large crocodile found to be the obstruction in a city water line. Interesting. I'll read about that. Imagine going down to clean a sewer and you see a crocodile. And it's alive. They heard it flicking its tail. That's how they know it was down there. It's about 10 feet long and 440 pounds. Couldn't have been me pulling that shit out. I'd have left it there. It decreased the city's water flow by 70%. Jeez. Let's see what else we got. Could Putin be dead? That's an interesting article. Funeral home owner and wife arrested after remains of at least 189 people were found at the facility. Let me see. What's going on with that? understand what they were doing with the bodies. That's what I'm trying to read right now. I don't know what they were doing with all those bodies. That's weird, man. I don't even want to know what they were doing with 189 bodies. It's true. People do poop and ride lines at Disneyland and Disney World. Let's read about that. Let's see. Twice in the last month, people have commented about being in line and someone's kid taking a dump on the floor while they were waiting in line. And if you gotta go, you gotta go. There's something at Disney called the poop hallway. Anyways, the takeaway from this article is there are bathrooms mid-line. If you just ask a cast member, where can I use the bathroom at? They will tell you and maybe walk you there and walk you back. Do not take a shit on the floor at Disney. That's the point. Oh, I'll go 5 more minutes. Amazon driver urinates in someone's yard. Hey, man. Like I said, if you gotta go, you gotta go. Axel, why you comment on the video? Think I should go to 30? I'm already at 26. Hmm?
You're at 26?
Yeah.
15 more.
15 more to 40? Bro, that's kind of crazy. I don't know. I'm on a lot of articles to read. I think I'll get up and do something. If nobody comes, then I'm turning it off. I might just start doing only on Sundays. There won't be enough people during the week no more. I don't know. It's kind of weird, actually. No idea. I mean, usually when it's Sunday, I definitely put a bigger warning. But even like when I first started doing lives, I would just click on live. Like I wouldn't even do a warning. So Maybe people just assume I'm gonna stay on, and so they get on later or something. But I'm definitely about to X out of this shit.
You should get on around 6 Washington time, which would be around now.
But that's what I'm
You have a
saying.
lot of people.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know what changed.
Yeah.
But like you said, that would be right now. I used to get on at 6, which would be right now. I've been getting on earlier technically. But either way, like I said, I can't do more than 30 minutes with nobody on. So if no one says anything, I'm gonna X out. It's too much of my time that I could be doing something productive with. Huh? Stuff for my clients that I have to do tonight, anyways. Exactly.
Who's Ben Shapiro?
A little nerd. Why?
Is he liberal or
No, absolutely not.
he's Republican?
Yeah. Why?
Because I just saw something posted where him and Candace Owens were arguing.
About Israel, I'm guessing.
No, because he made a comment about. I'll just send it to you.
I do not want to watch anything that has to do with either of those two.
No, it's just like tweets. Like Candace Owens basically quotes the Bible and then it says you cannot serve both God and money. And he goes, Candace, if you feel that way taking money from the Daily Wire somehow comes between you and God, by all means quit. And then he's like,
Well, he's Jewish, anyways, but. Oh, look at those tweets right now. On Google, not Bing. If you're in this chat creeping, you better say something. Because I'm about to click out from no interaction. Let's see, Ben Shapiro versus Candace Owens. The Daily Wire's biggest stars are fighting. We do not care. Oh yeah, well it started with the Israel stuff. What a dumb argument. Dumb. Well, if I listen to you, I'll stay on for 9 more minutes. I don't know, man. That's a long time.
9 minutes?
Yeah. Because you said 15 more minutes when I was at 25. Now I'm at 31. What I'm going to end up doing is never getting on live again. Because I'm dramatic like that. Y'all appreciate me when I'm gone, motherfuckers. Then they be like, damn, how come that dude doesn't do lives anymore? Be like, you know why? Because y'all didn't comment. Yeah, right. You want to bet? I'll breeze right through Sunday. I do love it. I love it because people be on here, though. I will not get on here on Sunday if she tempts me. Trust me, y'all. Y'all about to actually not have me on live because she's provoking me right now. And when I feel challenged, I'm like, oh, you think I won't do it? Now I have to not get all out anymore. So she's not helping y'all at all. I'm about to click out right now. Because she said, why? You know what? Axel Melina, I'm ignoring you. You know what I'm gonna do? That's even funnier. Wait, how do I do it? How do I do it? Say something now, Axel. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. What?
Have to place people in timeout.
You a little kid for getting placed in timeout. Imagine being an adult and being in timeout. That's insane. Couldn't be me. I've never been in timeout, even as a kid, to be honest. People would tell me to go to timeout, I would just say no and not go there. Let's see, I'm at 33, 50. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I just can't. I'm about to finish my drink and click out. I can't do the no interaction thing. I like talking to myself, just not that much. If nobody comments, I just can't do this. I can't. Rolando, you might have just saved the day, bro. I was literally about to finish this drink and X out. What's up, bro? I'll talk to you until you stop talking. And if no one else is here, I'll click out. How are you doing today? Wow, it's not exciting, man. You're just doing all right. You're not doing good. You're not doing great. Why are you just doing all right, bro? What's going on in your life? Your washer went? Your washer went out? Just fix it, bro. Why can't you fix it?
Oh my goodness. Let me talk to my friend.
Rolando's not your friend.
Rolando, tell him we're friends.
Why don't you try to comment something?
Because I've tried.
It's only for 5 minutes. Has it not been 5 minutes?
No.
Damn. I mean, here's the thing. I don't know how to change the time. Like, I blocked one person and I figured out how to change the time with him, but I don't know how to do it anymore. No idea. I would experiment with Rolando's account, but like, I don't want to block him for 300 seconds. Bro, you don't have to get it repaired. Just open a YouTube video. How do I fix my washer? Guarantee you some nerd fixed his washer and uploaded the video. 100%. 100%. Since you're I'm thinking of you. Ooh, I'm missing you. Ooh. Damn, actually, you still in timeout?
Yes.
Are you sure? I feel like you just haven't tried to comment.
Bruh, I literally commented right now.
What does it say?
It says you've been placed in timeout by the murder.
And it don't say for how long?
No.
That shit just says 300 seconds for me. That's not that long.
That feels longer.
You know what? I'm gonna try to make you a moderator and see if that takes you out of timeout. How about that?
Oh, I think it worked now.
I didn't do anything yet.
Well, I think the time's up.
I'm about to block you again. Yeah, I'm about to block you again, dog. Damn, so Rolando, you musty right now? That's crazy. Axel Rolando musty right now.
Can't be mustier than you.
He said his washer's broke. Have you seen the vid in which Canelo tries to challenge Marquez? The what? Define challenge? I don't know. Do. Damn, you have to go to the laundromat, bro. I don't think I've been to. Well, actually, no. On the first apartment me and her lived in together, it wasn't a laundromat. It was a laundry place for the apartment, but that shit used to piss me off. I haven't been to a laundromat in like 15 years. Dun, 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 dun. He was trying to set up a fight, but Marquez wouldn't bite. I'm sure you can find it ASAP. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, they've had beef for like 10 years. That could have been any of the numerous times they've talked. You have to tell me more than that. And I mean, it couldn't have been recent because Marquez doesn't fight anymore, bro. Yeah, it was from a long time ago. Oh, well, yeah, I'm sure I've seen it, but I thought you like the way you said it made it seem like it was recent. Like I said, they've had beef forever, so I've seen them argue a lot of times. Uh, Marquez definitely does not like him. But that all started because they were. Uh, one time they were doing something together, like an analyst thing, and they started talking shit to each other. It's funny because Benavidez fights in like 10 days. And on the little Showtime thing, he got a call from Marquez, and he was just like, "Yeah, we need you to win this so you can fight Canelo and beat his ass." But when they were arguing, I I felt what Marquez was saying for sure because Marquez started like from the bottom, bro. Like Mexicans did not support him at all. And he really worked his way up. And he fought the best of the best. Hey, that's Chalino. What was that short about unsolicited advice about? What do you mean? I don't know what that means. What was that short about unsolicited advice about? What does that mean, bro? You lost me. Dun, 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 dun. Man, it's kind of light up in here today, man. Not a lot of people. I made a short recently. Okay, what's recently? I made a short recently. Bro, I make a lot of shorts like every time I work out. Let me go look at my shorts, see what you're talking about. Squat yesterday, squat 3 days ago, clean and jerk. Press a week ago. Oh, you're talking about. Bro, did you watch it? I posted the comment and I replied to his comment with a short. That's why it says that. He was telling me he replied to the first squat video I did and he said control it more, don't bounce or something like that. And so I replied to his comment with a short. And like you can see his comment in the video. It's huge. And so I just pause squatted a weight that I know he's probably never gonna squat in his life, just to shit on him, because I'm petty like that. So yeah, tapping in. What's up, bro? What's up? I never sent you those fights, bro. I sent my shadow boxing. I never sent you the actual. The heavyweight fights I was talking about. I'm gonna send you those. You might have to remind me. You might have to remind me. Question. Tell me what you think about me. I got it. 'Cause I depend on me. For it. If you post the clip of Chalino if you post the clip of Chalino reading the letter and continuing singing, what does that mean in a post? Well, it would depend on what the post was saying. People got offended by Ralph Barbosa and he posted that. Well, what was he responding to?
Latino Republicans getting mad by him.
Saying what? Like, what are they mad about? What did his caption say?
It says, if you got mad over some jokes, I told you you got issues.
Oh, yeah, he's just.
Thank you to everyone who's been supporting whether you're Republican, Democrat, liberal, whatever you are.
He's saying he doesn't give a fuck because you know that story, right? You know what Chalino was reading?
Yeah, it was like his death note.
Yeah, he's just saying, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna keep making the jokes. Like, fuck you.
Oh, like he's like, I don't give a fuck, it's like that.
I mean, it's not that extreme. It's just somebody that's gonna keep doing what they love regardless of what you say.
Okay.
Ralph Barbosa is pretty funny. Yeah, we saw him in person. He's funny. He's a little dude too, but he's funny. Chalino was a gangster, bro. Because he said he judges Latino Republicans. I don't think that's just a claim, bro. I think, I'm pretty sure he really was. You know, there's some people that just say stuff for comedy, but Ralph doesn't just say that like in comedy. Like he says that on podcasts and talks about it and shit. And the other thing too is that people talk about like cartels like they're a monolith, but you could be in a low level cartel. It doesn't necessarily mean his pops was working for like El Chapo or something. You know what I mean? Like he definitely could have been smuggling drugs or something. He got too many stories, facts. Was that in his recent Netflix special, the one he offends people in? I don't know. He said that. I mean, he said that when we saw him in person, right?
Yeah, but it was in the special also.
Yeah, I mean, we watched the special, but it was a lot of jokes that we had already heard before. To be honest. To be honest. I can't believe it says 6 people are watching and just Rolando's talking. That's insane. If Rolando wasn't here, I would have already ended this because he's literally the only person talking.
I'm talking.
Yeah, but you don't count because I would be talking to you anyways. Do, 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 do. Watched the recent Tom Segura special. It's pretty funny. I like him. He's cool. I actually used to watch his videos to learn Spanish. That's why he's one of my favorite comedians. Tried any new foods? I don't. I can't say that I've tried any new foods recently. I don't think. I could be mistaken, but I don't think so. Oh, but yeah, Tom Segura is the GOAT. And for a guy that really didn't use his Spanish before COVID like that, Spanish was pretty good. I mean, obviously he grew up speaking it, but he said he had big time falling off. But you could tell on like the first episode. But the more episodes he made, he got back into the flow. The one with Joey Diaz was hilarious, dog. Hilarious. I'm trying to think if I tried any new foods. I don't think I have. Well, I ate a crepe. A Chipotle chicken crepe. I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought crepes were like, I don't know what I thought they were. But I went to a place called Crepes and Waffles. And they had mad stuff. All kinds of crepes. Crepes. Do I ever watch Shane Gillis? No, I don't. I sure don't. Couldn't tell you one funny joke he made. Let me see. I'll have to let me click on this right now. Let me turn my volume up and click on this, and I'll tell you. Have I watched it? Don't think I have though. Hope I don't get hit with a copyright. Let me see. If this is not funny, Rolando, your recommendations are done, bro. Never ever taking a recommendation from you again.
Dude, I went to Mount Vernon. I went to George Washington's house, his plantation.
Really?
Yeah, I went. You visit George Washington's house.
Where's Mount Vernon?
It's around DC. It's on the Potomac,
Oh.
and it's beautiful, but it's actually a pretty shitty house.
Wow.
It's a shitty house. It's from fucking 1770. It's like shitty. But I went in there, and I'll fast forward the whole thing. But There's a part where I got in there, and they have reenactors, and I'm the only one there. Like this is a Monday in the afternoon. I'm just doing
It's
nothing.
better get
Oh, wait,
from
I've
you,
been here.
bro.
Yeah,
I've been here.
it's fine, you know. But they have reenactors
Oh
everywhere.
shit, I've been here.
So I go to I went to the slave quarters
Yeah.
because I was like, I want to see what's going on. I want to see what the fuss is all about. And I got down there, and I heard like clopping down the bricks behind me. And I turned around, dude, and it was a slave reenactor. It was just a black dude dressed as a slave, and just me in a tracksuit standing there. And he was like, he didn't break character. None of them break character. So this dude.
No, then I haven't been here.
Bro,
Yeah.
This dude comes on. Me and him are the only dudes. And he's like, "Oh, hello there, son."
This
And
isn't real. This is real?
I swear to God. 100%.
Oh my God.
And I was standing there like, it was almost to the point where he was doing it like on purpose.
Oh, to see if you'd bite?
So I turned around and I was just like, dude, like, I mean, that's basically the extent of the joke, but it's like, he's like, "You must be from the future. Look at your outfit. Where are you from?" So I was like, "I'm from now. What are you doing out?"
Yeah, dog, you're cooked. You're cooked. Your recommendations, I can never trust them again, bro. That was horrible. I thought he was gonna close it up with like something really funny, and he just didn't. Like, he just never did. Like, I'm actually kind of mad I watched the whole thing now. Actually, I was watching Shane Gillis that Rolando claimed was hilarious, but that shit was garbage. I thought it was gonna get good. I was waiting, bro. That shit was some trash. It's funny how trash it was, so I am laughing, but I just expected more. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. Throwing tomatoes. I would have been pegging that motherfucker's head with tomatoes, bro. That's the joke? I thought there was gonna be some kind of like very good racism. Like if you're gonna go down that path, you just gotta get super racist so that we can all laugh. But he just never did. He didn't do anything. Disappointing. Matt Rife. Do I know Matt Rife? I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared about any suggestions now because if some shit like that pops up again, I can't waste my time doing that one, bro. Let me see. Let's see if I recognize this face. Oh, I know Matt Rife. Yeah. Bro, one time, all right, now this dude is funny. This dude's funny. One time, I think Axel was watching it with me. I watched this. I thought it was gonna be like a 30-second TikTok. This shit was like 10 minutes, bro. Like he must have like posted his whole special or something. And he was in the crowd talking to a lady, and she was a little older. He called up her daughter and all kinds of shit. That shit was hilarious, bro. This dude's funny, super funny. I can trust you. Can't trust Rolando. Can't trust Rolando. Should have just stuck with Tom Segura, bro. He cut out the part where they thought he has Down syndrome. Well, I wish I would have saw that version, but I'm sorry, bro. I can't run it back. You lost me on him. That was his first impression. And I'm like, no. No. Can't do it. Can't do it. Miami can't do it. My man with a back, trust me, we can't do it. But Matt Rife is funny though. I actually have watched a lot of his stuff. Never actually watched a whole special or anything from him. Just mad clips. People that know my sense of humor, they definitely sent me him a lot. So Miami can't do it. My man with a vex, trust me, we can't do it. Only well-known comedians. No, it don't have to be well-known. It's gotta be funny, bro. Matt Rife isn't well-known, in my opinion. He's definitely not Tom Segura, but he's funny. Dang, I got this song stuck in my head, bro. Let me see how popular Matt Rife is. Let's see. Let's look at Shane Gillis's followers on. Well, I just typed his name in Google. He has a video from a month ago that has 214,000 views. Now let's see. Matt Rife. Matt Rife gotta have millions of views, right? Oh yeah. He's got a he's got interviews that got a million views. So you could tell he's kind of popping right now. Bill Burr's good. I like Bill Burr. I like so if I watch white comedians, I like for them to just they need to go all in. Like Tom Segura is a good example. He knows he's white. He sometimes he leans into the Latino thing, but for the most part, he knows people see him and he's a white dude, and he will just be racist. Like whatever, it's cool, bro. You're a comedian. So he goes all the way in, bro. If he's saying something, it's like, bro, shut up. I'm about to make a joke. You got to deal with it. And Bill Burr's like, I can't say Bill Burr has ever said anything racist, but he goes all in with his jokes. Like if he's doing a stereotype or something, he's like, bro, I'm just gonna do it because this is true. Like this is real. So I like that. I don't really watch Andrew Schultz like that anymore. Not like I dislike him or something, but when I did watch him, I like that about him too. Like if he's doing it, he's just doing it. Like if he's gonna make an Arab joke, he's going all the way in. He's not gonna like tiptoe around it. Like nah. So I like those kind of comedians, and I also like if you're gonna make the joke, like be clever. You know what I mean? One thing I haven't really liked about Dave Chappelle lately, and I didn't watch whatever the last thing he made was, but there's just like it's how do I describe it? There's been a lack of creativity lately. It's just him just talking about the world, which is cool, but that's not what I want to see. Like I want to see some jokes. I want to like really laugh. I don't like. I'm not coming to you for wisdom, bro. Like you're not my pops, you know. So I like unfiltered humor where you're just like, I'm going in. Whoever gets mad just gets mad. But I like, I like people that don't have to try too hard. I'm not against shock value humor. But again, that's one of those things. I'm like, if you're gonna do it, then go all the way in. There was a dude I used to watch, Anthony Jeselnik. Just completely dark humor. It's like a white dude with a spiky hairdo. Kind of like Andrew Tosh. Just like, bro, I'm doing it, so I'm going all the way in. I don't like people that are like, oh, I'm gonna make a joke for this side of things. Don't want to piss off these people. Like, nah. Colin, what's the deal? Ari Spears. Ari Spears was cool, but he's a pedophile to me now, man. You wanna know something funny, Rolando? You might not know this. Dang, I forgot what his name is. Hold on, I gotta make sure I don't mess his name up. The comedian that started the Bill Cosby witch hunt. I can't think of his name. Hannibal Buress. Okay. Bro, they call me the Hannibal Buress of Twitter because there was a video years ago of Ari Spears and Tiffany Haddish. And this is even weird to talk about. At the time, I watched this when I was like 20 or something, and I was just like, man, this is weird, bro. Like I clicked out of it. He made a video called The Mind of a Pedophile, bro. And it was straight up him dressed as like an uncle, but like with a real kid, bro. There's a real kid. And like Tiffany Haddish is like the mom, and she's like, I need you to watch my kid while I go blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, I'll watch him. And like the kid's in underwear, bro. It's like a real 5-year-old, bro. And he's like just watching him and like pretending like he's reading a newspaper, but he's like this, like watching the kid like bent over playing with toys and shit. And I'm like, bro, this is not even funny, bro. Like I had to click out of that shit. Anyways, fast forward, this is like 10 years later. I'm on Twitter, like somebody had just tweeted something about I don't remember they tweeted about Ari Spears or Tiffany Haddish, but I was like, I just don't think the motherfuckers are funny. Like, and I was like, I'll probably never get over that mind of a pedophile shit that Ari Spears did. And people were like, what? What are you talking about, bro? I was like, I'll go find a link right now. I went and found a link, and like right after I had posted it, that shit had got deleted, bro. And then like right after that, people was like, bro, it's not popping up. Are you sure it was called The Mind of a Pedophile? And I'm like, bro, yeah, I wouldn't just make some shit up like that. So then people that really be on the internet even harder than me got like the archives and they're like, yo, this is the real deal video. And then Twitter pulled the video because they considered it child porn, bro. That's how like disgusting it was. And right after that, Ari Spears started getting, I don't know if it was Ari Spears or Tiffany Haddish. One of them started getting investigated for real life crimes against that child. And so they were like, bro, because that story broke like 2 days after I tweeted how I didn't really rock with him because of that video. Let me see if I can find it. I had to mute that tweet, so it's kind of hard to find. Hold on. Had to mute it because it was getting too much traction. And then, I don't know if it was his family or what, but people were getting angry, bro. They were like, man, people can't even make jokes anymore. I'm like, bro, that's not a funny joke, dog. At all. Not using a real kid, I would think it was a weird joke regardless. But using an actual kid, that's disgusting, dog. I don't really care about. I don't really care that. I know there's people that do dark humor, and I still think there's like limits, bro. So that's just me. If you want to laugh at pedophile jokes, be my guest. But if you click that link that I just put in, that was the tweet. Oh wait, did I send the right one? Yeah, that was the tweet that kicked everything off. I tweeted that, and like I said, the story broke like the day or the day after, and everyone was like, yo, this was, oh fuck, I think I sent the wrong one. I'll just put both just in case. I think it's actually this one, but they're connected. You found a YouTube React video of it? You could post it if you want. I ain't posting that shit. Ari Spears, he made like a pedophile skit. It was really weird.
Oh.
But yeah, like I said, ever since then, I haven't rocked with Ari Spears. But when I was young, yeah, he was funny. His impressions were real good. Like him and that other dude, damn, who's the dude that does all the Jay-Z impressions? I can't think of his name. Pharaoh something, Pharaoh, King Pharaoh, his name escapes me. Worked in foster system, heard and saw the effect of the world. Yeah. Like I said, it's not my thing. And it's like, I think the thing for me, I don't really care about jokes about anything, but comedy is usually funny when you're punching up, not when you're punching down. If you're like an oppressed group and you're making jokes about yourself, it's cool. it's funny. Like you're taking your pain, you're making jokes about it. I've heard people make jokes about their own family doing stuff to them, like molesting them or whatever. It's a little uncomfortable, but it's funny because it's them making a joke. But when it's you making jokes about other people that have gone through something, that's when it's just weird, bro. Like, I mean, that one's just weird all around. But even like, I don't know, like when I've seen like some just like white comedians just like make straight up racist jokes, and like I said, like whenever there's a lack of creativity, I don't really find it funny. I'm like, bro, I think anything can be funny, but put some thought into it, bro. Like, don't just come on here and like try to do shock humor and get mad at us if we don't think it's funny. Like, yeah, no, Avion Crockett was good, but there was someone else. Let me find it then. Pharaoh Jay-Z impression. Jay Farrow. He was like the original dude to do it. You know when you say a joke and then someone else says a joke and everybody laughs? That's how it was for him. Jay Farrow did it first. He did the Jay-Z impressions, all of that stuff. And then it was like Ari Spears and Avion Crockett and a couple other dudes that were bigger than him kind of just, I wouldn't even say they did it better. They just were more famous and they kind of ran with it. But even I think all of them would still give him credit and be like, yeah, he's the first dude to ever do these impressions like that. Rolando, did I ever tell you about how I knew South Park Mexican? I went to school with the cousin of the girl that was abused. Did I tell you about that? I'll never forget that day, bro, because I just felt so embarrassed. Because she really charged me up about it. And that was when I was like, I mean, I was a kid, but that really like changed the way I thought about music and supporting people that had done certain things. I didn't know about it either at the time, but even still, I think had I not known her, her name was Brianna. Had I not known her, I'd probably been like, bruh, like, I don't care about like what he did in real life. I'm just singing the song. But because I had that interaction with her and I felt so embarrassed, I'm like, damn, like, this is real, bro. That was like a real victim. And so I can't just be like, oh, like, I'm supporting the artist, not the blah, blah, blah. Like, once I know about it, bro, I'm like, I can't, bro. I can't. But I'm not gonna lie. What I do sometimes is I do sing the chorus to that song because it's not him singing the song, but it's because it's like it's such a catchy chorus. It's been stuck in my head my whole life, bro. I'm like, damn, I'll never get that song out of my head. I saw a video where people criticized Matt Rife for doing a black scent. I might have seen something like that too, and I might have thought something like that when I first watched them, and it's possible. It's possible. I think I don't know enough about him to judge him, right? And so, like I said, that's definitely what I thought when I first watched him. Especially because I've dealt with that a lot, like with coworkers and just all kind of people in the world. Like they're trying to be funny or cool for black people, and they talk differently. And but like I said, I don't know enough about him. I don't know how he really talks. That's when you really can make judgments. Like I don't know how old y'all are, but if you ever watched Flavor of Love, there was Buck Wild, and she had a crazy accent. And then when she got mad one day, that accent was gone. And that's what everyone's like, where's your accent at, Buck Wild? She was just talking like the whitest girl in the world. At first it was like, oh, I grew up in the wherever. I can't remember where it was. Dallas, Houston, Memphis, somewhere like that. She's like, I just grew up around all black people. I just talk like this, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Until she got into a fight. Then it was like, you don't touch me like that, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, Now I gotta judge you because now I know you were really putting that accent on. That's weird. Thing is, he's from Ohio. Hey, you never know somebody's life though. Like, he could have. I'm not saying this is true. I'm not defending him. I don't care that much. But he could be from Ohio. He could have grew up with people that were from Houston or wherever in Ohio. So the people that shaped his accent could be from somewhere else, or his parents could be from somewhere else or something. You know, so you never know. Like I said, I don't judge people too harshly if I don't really know anything about them. So now, if I saw him, uh, I don't know, talking to another group of people, and his voice was totally different, then I probably feel some type of way. There's a handful of people. What's that girl's name? Aquafina or something like that. She's from New York, and she had a black accent, and she would say like, "Oh, I'm from New York. Everybody talks like this, blah blah blah." She would be in front of her parents, or she would get in front of like certain crowds. Accent was completely gone, and I'm like, the code switching is definitely a thing. Don't get me wrong. The way I talk on here, the way I talk in a interview at work is in one space. The way I talk with my friends is totally different. But no one would hear me talking out here and be like, "Wow, like that doesn't even sound like him." They would just be like, "Yeah, he's definitely being neutral and professional." You know what I mean? There's just words that I won't. You'll never hear me use on here. What those words are, I'm not gonna say. But there's just stuff that I won't say on here. I do intentionally speak more clearly, but Owen Benjamin, that name is familiar. Hold on, let me look him up. I remember. Oh, I gotta see his face. A lot of times I don't be knowing these people's names, man. Oh yeah, I remember this dude. He's got the craziest eyes ever. He's probably gonna kill somebody. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah, man. Being a comedian is tough. I'm not saying this for him. I'm just saying to even make it as a comedian, I feel like you gotta be a little crazy. So whenever something comes out about a comedian, I'm like, I'm not really surprised because, bro, I know lots of people that are funny, but if they had to go up on a stage and be funny, they'll freeze up or like they wouldn't be as good. I knew so many people that were like, I'm gonna give stand up comedy a try. And either they wouldn't do it or they would just straight up bomb out. Because like what I always tell people, because a lot of people will say I'm funny, right? And I say people laugh at stuff I say, but I don't make jokes though. So I know that I would never make it as a stand up comedian. I'll go up there and be like, man, fuck y'all. Y'all don't laugh at my shit, and I'll start throwing fucking beer cans at people or something. But you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be different to be a comedian, bro. So, low-key tougher to be a comedian now due to people getting mad over everything. Yeah, that wouldn't be my professional choice. But I will say, a good comedian should be able to adapt. Like, are you funny, or did you just have 5 funny jokes that you can't change now because you're like, oh, people get mad at my jokes. You can't change your jokes. You can't make up some new jokes that adapt to the times. You know, Eddie Murphy's a good example. I don't, like I said, I don't know how old everyone is. If you never seen Raw, when he was in that leather suit with tight ass pants, when I was a kid, that shit was hilarious, and I didn't think anything of it. I remember, actually, you watched that with me, right? Didn't we watch that at Jay's house, Eddie Murphy Raw?
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched that shit as adults, and I was like low key uncomfortable, bro. I was like, oh, I don't.
What did he say again? I remember I was uncomfortable. I don't remember what happened.
It's because he like the first thing he said was the F word, like the
Oh, yeah.
like not fuck, like the F
He
word.
like killed a trans woman.
Yeah. Well, in real life, yeah, that was like in real life's a different story. But the jokes he was like out the gate, he was just making just mad gay jokes and mad just over the top. And I was just like, I don't remember it being like this, bro. But you know what? Eddie Murphy apologized for that special at some point in time, and he's remained relevant and funny. He's just changed stuff up. Like he doesn't have to keep telling the same jokes from Raw. Like he can say like, "Ooh, that was funny back then. My fault, y'all. I didn't know. I didn't know." And you know, some people are not gonna accept it, but the point is that he adapted. Red Fox. Nah, that's old. Man, I just listened to a real good story about Red Fox. The dude who played Mr. Miyagi said that he went to Red Fox when he was down on his luck, and he asked him for something like $3,500 or something. He said, "I'll pay you back when I get this, this, and this, but I'm trying to buy a house." And he told Red Fox told him, "I'm gonna give it to you. I don't want it back. Help somebody else when you get a chance." And I love stuff like that, bro. I love stuff like that. Eddie Murphy Raw and Delirious used to be hilarious to me as a kid. I can't get through either now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I was really, cause I actually hadn't seen it, and so I was like, yeah, let's watch Eddie Murphy, bro. That's like a hilarious special. Man, we started playing it, and I was like, I don't remember that, bro. I don't remember him coming out the. Yeah, she fell asleep. She was just like, I'm not watching this shit. But I was just like, I do not remember it being this bad. Like Steve Harvey's old stuff and Bill Burr's comedy are timeless. Yeah, I agree. I was saying that earlier, actually, before you probably got in here. I was saying Bill Burr. That's the type of comedy I think is good. He would say stuff, but he was like clever with it. It wasn't like straight up offensive. If he does like a stereotype or something, it's like somewhat true, but it's not like derogatory like that. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying about comedians. They can lean into this stuff without just being straight up disrespectful or trying to get like shock value. Did I ever watch Eddie Griffin? I did. Harvey's not funny. Bird's good. You know, it's all personal opinions. Bird's good. I agree with that. This is random, but what was your favorite '90s black sitcom? Ooh, that's a tough one, man. You know, I need to look up a list so I don't accidentally pick up the wrong one. Let me look at a list and then tell you what I remember as my favorite one. Man, this is tough because there's so many. There's so many. This is really tough. Let me tell you this. I think the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is like 100% timeless. I think you could watch any of those episodes at any given time. Like since I've been a kid, or since I was a kid until now. As the Fresh Prince was on TV, I could sit there and watch it, and it wouldn't feel like it was old or something like that. I probably laughed at Martin and the Wayans Bros more, but it's hard to pick. It's hard to pick something over the Fresh Prince, bro. We said '90s black sitcoms, not SpongeBob. Moesha was good, but that's one of those things too where I look back and I'm like, yo, Moesha's dad was trash, bro. Like, I don't know what I was watching when I was a kid, but I'm like, bro, he's like overboard trash to the point that like he's not a good character. I was like, damn, like it's not the show I remember. But yeah, Fresh Prince, man. Fresh Prince is, I think I might have to put that as my top. That's kind of cliche. I really like Girlfriends. Family Matters was cool. When I was like skinnier and younger, people used to always call me Stefan because they said I looked like Jaleel White. It was really just my eyes, but when I was skinny, no one says that anymore. What I think of Louis C.K. and his coffee N-word joke. You know what? I don't really remember it that well. But what's funny is I just posted this skit on my Instagram story like a week ago when I don't know if you remember when he had his show and he was at the art gallery and it was like push the button. I posted that. I think that scene is hilarious, bro. Now I do think when he was sitting with Chris Rock and I can't think of old boy's name, Seinfeld or whatever the fuck his name is. I do think that was when I was like, this is too much. But the art scene where he pushes the button and the button says it, like I said, it's like it's like creative. It's 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 a lot, but it's creative though. And when it's creative, I can get behind it. I'm cool with creative racism. I'm cool with anything that's creative. But if it lacks the creativity, I'm kind of just like, I feel like you just wanted to say this shit, bro. Like you're not even making a joke. Like you just saying it in this setting because you can get away with it. And Chris Rock didn't check him. Nobody checked him except the white dude, Seinfeld or whatever the fuck. I can't remember who else was sitting there, but y'all probably know what I'm talking about. Ooh, Mike, smart guy. That was a good one. Different World was good. What I can't put that at my top, but it was good. Fresh Prince probably the staple '90s black sitcom, but my personal favorite, man, bro, it was real nonsense. Bro, when he did the Scottie Pippen thing, bro, that I could just randomly think about that and just bust out laughing, bro. Hi there, y'all. What's up, yourself? Bernie Mac. What about Bernie Mac? Bernie Mac's funny. Or was funny. Rest in peace. Chris Rock is a goofy dude. Could have just said something instead of sitting there laughing. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. Bernie Mac show was classic for sure. Man,
Can you stand up for 2 seconds? Sorry, guys. Just pick up my hairs because I shed more than my dog. This is what it's like to be Hispanic. You just shed for no good reason. And so, you just get hairs everywhere. And if you don't sweep frequently enough, it gets disgusting. So, that was your commercial break from Jalen. I will give the floor back to Jalen.
Boo, that commercial sucked. What was I saying? Yeah, we're talking about comedy. Yeah, Fox Darius. What do I think about DiCaprio's copious use of the N-word in Django? I'm not gonna lie, bro. I got like 5 different clips of him saying that shit in my phone that I use as memes in private settings. But I mean, he's an actor, bro. It's not his fault. If anything, I'll put it on the scriptwriter. What's his name? I can't think of his name, but you know what I'm talking about. He does that shit in every movie. If anybody, I would say, why are you writing that shit so much? But, you know, it was set in a time where they would have said that. So, authenticity, blah, blah, blah. That's just how it goes. I grew up watching Roots, bro. I expect that every black person in this chat has seen Roots. If you haven't, that's a serious problem. I expect that if you're old enough, if you're not black, you probably seen Roots. But I grew up watching Roots, and that was a very accurate depiction. So they said that shit a lot, bro. And so Django wasn't like, oh my God, I can't believe people are saying this. Like, Roots was way worse. Way worse. I know this isn't a black sitcom, but the George Lopez show is a classic. Bro, once I found out the daughter wasn't really Latina, bro, kind of got under my skin a little bit. I think shit like that's weird. But I do love the show. Also, George Lopez is a hoe. I got no respect for George Lopez at all. If y'all don't know why, I'll tell y'all why. Ooh, I just popped rubber band. Cat Williams is funny to me. He's funny. He got beat up by a little kid. I don't know if y'all saw that video a couple of years ago. I mean, it's probably been like 5 years now, maybe more. All right, Mike. This is a tough one, bro. So, I found out all this information all because George Lopez wanted to be a hoe. He was beefing with Ralph Barbosa, and he said he didn't, like, he owes nothing to up and coming Mexicans or whatever, right? He was just like, I don't owe them shit. I did everything myself. And he literally was like, fuck that dude. And they were just like, whoa, bro, we were just saying, like, did you like him? Did you want to bring him on tour or something? And he was like, man, I don't want to talk about him. And I was like, dang, bro, like, wait, what happened? Like, why is he acting like this? I thought there was really some beef between them. Ralph Barbosa was like, I don't know why he acting like that, but whatever. It's got nothing to do with me. So because of that, I just saw all these people like, yo, man, George Lopez always been a bitch. Eric Estrada wanted to shoot the fade with him, and he didn't want to do it. Eric Estrada came out, and he was just like, he was like, yeah, man, George Lopez always been a bitch. She was like, I saw him in L.A., he's always hated me because I was more accepted by America. And he's like, you know what? I don't know what your problem with me is, but let's just fight it out. Let's fight it out like men. And he said he didn't want to. Okay, cool. Through that, I found out that George Lopez got a kidney from his wife. He almost died, bro. He got a kidney from his wife, and then he cheated on her and left her after he got the kidney. And I was like, I can't respect this guy, bro. Listen, I'm not saying cheating is cool, but if George Lopez is gonna cheat, that's one thing. But you're gonna take the kidney, cheat, and then leave the woman that you've been with for like 15 years after she gave you her kidney, bro? I'm just saying, bro, something that deep, she saved your life, bro. To me, I don't know, that just speaks on like what kind of person he is. And like, I don't know, man. There's
1 year at least, then divorce.
Wait, 1 year at least?
Why?
Nah, like, there's different ways you could look at it. Maybe they were coming to an end anyways, not according to her. But maybe he felt like that. I don't know. I just think that's grimy. I saw parts of Roots too. I didn't. It's the same story, just with like different actors and shit. And to me, it wasn't as good. So I was like, I watched some of it, but I wasn't like really locked in like that. I only know about Roots because of Ari Spears, because of that skit, right? What is someone said? Oh, saw it in high school. Yeah, I figured. That's what I'm saying. It's pretty big. Like, Roots was big when it happened, so that's not surprising. Yeah, Mike, I had no idea either, bro. Like I said, all of that started because I was like, damn, why he don't like Ralph Barbosa? I saw Ralph Barbosa in person. He's funny, bro. So I'm like, yo, what could he have done for George Lopez to be disrespecting him? And that's when I saw numerous Mexican comics being like, fuck George Lopez. He doesn't support anyone except himself and blah, blah, blah. So, dude got issues, bro. Heard the kidney story too. Yeah, that was like, I think I heard that this year, bro. I didn't know that. Like I said, man, once I learn about stuff outside of music, outside of movies, shows and stuff, it's kind of hard for me to just like tune in and be cool. I'm just like looking at the character like, you a bitch. Tough. I knew immediately you were gonna speak on the kidney issue. Thoughts on Richard Pryor? Richard Pryor was funny, man. I liked his movies. I liked his comedy. I often wonder about people like that. Like I said, when you're really funny, you can adapt to the times, right? So I wonder what kind of jokes he would have went on to make. But I don't know. Heard some bad stuff about him too, though. But I guess you can hear bad stuff about anybody. But I heard some things. Never meet your heroes. Yeah, that's, honestly, that's why I actually try not to follow Like if I like music, or like an actor or something, I try not to look into their personal life too much. Cause like I said, once I know, I'm like, can't do it, bro. Felipe Esparza, bro. I showed Axa Felipe Esparza a couple years ago. Like that dude's hilarious. And once I found, so I met what the fuck is his name? Fluffy. Gabriel Iglesias. I met him in real life. I went to a show when I was at West Point. We got to do like a super private show and take a picture with him. I might have told this story on here before about how he like really didn't want to take pictures with us, and he actually like asked us if he could not take a picture with us because like the whole thing was because we were like service members. He was gonna do the show. And he was gonna take a picture with each of us, and like he really was like mad sweaty, and he was just like, "Hey man, I'm tired. That was a good show, but I'm like ready to go home. Can we do a group picture and not do the individual pictures?" And we're like, "The fuck are you gonna say? No, you have to take the pictures." We're like, "Yeah, that's cool, bro." So, anyways, I never knew that when he was saying Felipe in his uh, comedy, I never knew it was Felipe Esparza, bro. And I actually found that out because I broke the rule, Felipe Esparza, because I was looking for more material because I literally had watched all his stuff. So I'm looking at podcasts and stuff to see if he says he's dropping something new. And then he's like, "Yeah, man, fuck Gabriel Iglesias. That used to be my homie, but fuck him now, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Oh shit, this is Felipe, bro. Like, I didn't realize that was him." So that's interesting. Yes, I did go to West Point. It's wild how people will know about a guy's issues and simply just ignore it because of what they do. R. Kelly. Yeah, man, I can't. And the R. Kelly one pisses me off, bro, because You Save Me, I Believe I Could Fly, a couple other songs, bro. I'm like, bro, I got somebody else needs to cover this song now, bro. Like, I want to sing this song without it being an R. Kelly song. Like, the songs are too good. They were like too big in history to just let them go, bro. But I have to. I can't be walking around here singing "You Save Me," knowing that's an R. Kelly song, bro. I look at celebrities as performers and nothing more. I can't even watch celebrity interviews anymore. I found myself saying, "Just be quiet and sing and dance." That sounds like I know exactly what you're talking about, bro. That's how I feel too. Like I kind of used to be on the side of, man, you got that big platform, like you need to speak out. Now I'm kind of like, bro, actually, just fucking play basketball because like yeah, just don't, bro. Like, you're literally not educated enough to speak on this. And you know, one thing Malcolm X said, I hate to get all like activist Malcolm X up in here, but you know, Malcolm X was like, only in our community are athletes and comedians and shit like that considered like leaders and stuff. Like, why the fuck does LeBron have to make a statement about a war going on in the Middle East? Like, or anything, some shit that's happening in our country with like the black community. Why the fuck LeBron have to talk on that, bro? If he wants to, whatever. But people are like, man, LeBron has not spoke on the shooting of blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, he might have not heard about that shit, bro. He got to play 82 games, bro. It's possible that he didn't hear about it, and you want him to speak on it tonight, and he gonna say the wrong thing, and you gonna be like, man, he's a clown, blah blah blah, because he said the wrong thing. So I kind of rather than not speak these days. Just stay out of the spotlight, bro. Just play your game. Get out the game. Man dropped the gospel album under trial. I didn't listen to it, but I heard it. I heard about it. Yeah, throw the ball in the hoop and dunk and leave the political discourse to someone else. Yeah, and it'll be different if like I said, if they were well educated, like if for some reason, like this is gonna sound really weird coming from me, but you know, Cardi B, she reads a lot, bro. And I actually got into an argument with my friend over this because they just like insisted that I was trolling. But you know, her I can't think of the class, but we'll just say political science. She had a teacher from a class like political science or whatever, and she was like, "Yeah, Cardi B's like all over that stuff. She was my best student in that." And if you actually listen to her talk and you get over the accent, I've listened to her talk about like World War I and World War II and shit, and she could tell you like the prime ministers, the president at the time, like certain events that happened, and she's like, I can't believe I got to go to the museum and hold like she's a hardcore nerd for that stuff, bro. And so, you know, if it's somebody like her that's educated and like well read on the subject, then I'm like, fine. But these dudes don't be knowing what they're talking about. They just feel pressured to say something because everyone's in their comments. I can't believe you're not speaking. Silence is complicity. Blah blah blah. Damn, I thought somebody was about to kick the door down or some shit, bro. Dudes like Kendrick Lamar stay off social media, which is what I would do if I had his following. Shit's tough, bro. I like social media, but definitely should stay off. Certain people should stay off, or not talk about certain stuff. I personally don't like speaking on stuff that I don't know about. And if I do, I will absolutely say I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't feel comfortable talking about this. From the little bit that I know, this is what I think, but this is like nothing compared to the vast amount of information about this topic. So I'm not the person to talk to. More people should just do that. Just be like, yo, I'm learning about it right now. Maybe ask me later. But what people do is they attack these people and they're like, well, it really doesn't take that much learning and reading to know that this is bad. And it's like, well, maybe it does. Maybe you think that because you haven't read shit about it and you think it's just a black and white issue. R. Kelly, I did it. Yeah. He knew his time was up, bro. He knew he was getting cooked. He was just doing whatever, bro. That dude is a sicko, man. And like I said, like, kind of like the comedians, if you go back and like listen to his stuff, watch his performances, you like, yeah, this a freaky ass dude, bro. Like everyone knew it. It's just like it took certain things to get some legal actions going. But we all knew that he was weird. The Leah stuff was weird. Her parents are weird for letting it happen too. But any grown man that's marrying a 16-year-old is weird, bro. Like, if you take offense to that, I'm sorry. It's just what I think. No disrespect to anyone that's young up in the chat, but man, when I think of grown men with girls that are, and everyone's different, don't get me wrong, because I was like mature when I was 21. But when I talk to 21-year-olds, bro, it just feels like I'm talking to the dumbest fucking person in the world. And I'm just like, you haven't experienced anything yet. Like, you literally just don't know shit. And that's like most 21-year-olds. Like, I'm not saying they aren't intelligent. It's just like a lot of ideas that they have about life. They're just based on nothing. It's just imagination. Like the same shit that you were telling yourself when you were 6. Like, I'm gonna grow up and do this and it'll be this easy and I'm gonna buy a house and this, and if we just did this, we could solve world hunger. And stuff's not that easy. So sometimes, like I said, people can be intelligent, but they could still be lacking life experience. And that's how I feel when I talk to like my super young clients and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about, bro? You have to let them bask in their ignorance for sure. They can't even see what they can't see. Yeah, that's not like I would, when I talk to kids now, I see why my dad would get frustrated with a lot of stuff, because he'd be like, it's not that easy, son. And I'll just be like, watch me. he didn't watch because I didn't do it. But even like, yeah, just looking back and that shit doesn't make sense. But when I was like 18, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get my wife in college, have kids at 21, buy my house at 23, this. But like in my head, I was like, I will absolutely find someone when I'm this age and have kids at 21. It wasn't a possibility that I didn't do that. And so like people would live like my dad and stuff. He'll be like, but what if you don't find someone? Are you still gonna buy the house? And I'm like, no, I'm gonna find her at my university. And he'll just be like, but what if you don't though? And I just be like, what are you talking about, man? Like, but that's kind of the way that young people think. They're like, I got it all figured out, bro. Don't worry. Man, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, all those dudes, man, them motherfuckers be dropping out of Harvard, bro. They motherfuckers be talking like they dropped out of middle school or something. I'm like, you think they're operating a company on like a third grade education level, bro? What are you talking about? But yeah, it's definitely just a phase of life. Life start hitting you hard, bro, and you like, man, it's not all gravy, bro. It's not that easy. Some stuff is just not that easy, bro. Even even the language stuff, bro. Man, Mike, I'm in this group chat, bro. Hopefully none of them follow me on here. This is gonna be awkward. I'm in this group chat. It's like I can't think of what that shit's called. Someone invited me from YouTube though. It's like black men learning Spanish or something. They're like, yo, just join. People ask questions. You might be able to help them, blah, blah, blah. Man, motherfuckers be asking stuff, and I just be like, yeah, you probably don't want to learn these words like individually like that because you won't know like the article that follows it. You won't know how to use it in context. And like, they'll be like, well, I'm just gonna write it 100 times so that I won't forget it. And I'm like, yeah, you're missing what I'm saying, bro. Like, you're not gonna be able to build the sentence. Like, you're learning words individually. You're not gonna just magically put sentences together. I'm like, you need to go talk to people. You need to do this. Motherfuckers today was talking about Duolingo streaks, and how they're at 785 days. And someone made the joke like, man, y'all got all those days racked up. Y'all should be fluent, right? And they didn't get it. But it's just like, in their heads, I will learn this amount of words, I will be fluent. Because they don't have the experience and they just think it's just that easy. I'm like, if it was that easy, everyone on Duolingo with a streak would be out here speaking like professors, bro. I'm like, it seems like it's not that difficult of a concept, but I used to be there. I used to be one of those people, so I'll be cutting them some slack. You know what I'm saying? Good times. Good times. Oh, Mike, I linked up with Dre in real life yesterday, bro. He's a good dude, man. We really sat and chatted for like 4 hours, dog. A 16-year-old me told me if he 16-year-old told me if he isn't a millionaire by 25, he'll be a failure, and anyone that can't must be lazy or dumb. I'll be like, yo, give me your number. I'm gonna text you on your 25th birthday.
Jalen,
Huh?
what is it called when like someone's like loved one dies and then you visit a person and like they like kind of talk to the dead for you and then translate stuff? What is that called?
A medium?
Medium, yes. Thank you.
4 hours, bro. We talking about everything. I'm not gonna put like, private stuff on the stream, but just life here, the journey with languages, well, Spanish, not languages, but the difficulties of that, content creation ideas, mainly. I was just kind of telling him, kind of like I told you before, like as boring as you might think some shit is, like there's people that are waiting for you to create something, you know what I mean? And you don't know how you're gonna inspire them. And so I was basically trying to get, because he was kind of saying he might be, running out of stuff, or he has boring stuff that he recorded, but he's like, nah, I'm not posting that. And I'm like, bro, I'll be watching people walking through the city just talking to themselves like, hey, this is what life is like in Medellin, blah, blah, blah. And so he felt more inspired to make videos. He actually went live last night on YouTube. I don't know if that was his first time or not, but I told him like, yeah, bro, just fucking hop on live stream, talk shit. And he did it. So we don't have it really planned out, but we planned plans. So we got some stuff. I think we might make a video tomorrow, but we haven't really solidified it. So I don't know what the video is gonna be about. I don't know anything. We might just post up and do a live stream like this, but yeah, we talked about a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff. And I did a podcast with this other dude today, mad random. This kid I stumbled across, I call everybody kid. This guy I stumbled across that moved to Argentina 2 or 3 months ago. I commented on his shit, told him to keep up the good work. And then he hit me up and I was like, yo, let's do a video together. Called me today. First of all, he caught me off guard because I got a real sharp ear for accents, right? And I didn't want to offend him. But I was like, what accent is this, bro? Like, because he was speaking to me in English first, not in the video, but like on voice notes and stuff. And just the way he would type, you kind of like, probably like with Latinos, right? Like they might say stuff a certain way, like get down from the car or something. And you're like, oh, you're a Spanish speaker because you said get down from the car. It was stuff like that. Like I was reading it and I'm like, but his accent wasn't crazy. So I was like, I wonder what, like, I actually thought he was from the States for a while. And then when we started the video, before we started recording, I'm like, But we started speaking Spanish. And then he told me that he was from Amsterdam. And I'm like, oh, this makes sense now. So English isn't even his first language, but he's good. Let me see. Let me get you his YouTube name. It's like Bob Espanol or something. Okay, maybe it's not. Hold on. I gotta do some searching. 2 months in Argentina, maybe that'll pop it up. Well, whenever I find it, I'll post it in the chat. Okay, here we go. Oh, GN Bob. That's what it is. All right, I'm gonna put it in the chat. But yeah, you know me, man. I'm real. So I told him what I thought. I don't remember if I told him on the video or if I waited till we got off, but I was actually really impressed. So he doesn't have an Argentinian accent. He doesn't have like a native sounding accent at all, right? But what I was impressed with is the fluidity in which he can talk. Because even if he says stuff wrong, it's just all coming out. Like he wasn't taking breaks. He wasn't like he was just talking. And he was making mistakes, but he's like fucking, I don't know how many months he is in, but he's only like 3 months deep in Argentina, and before that, like he couldn't really make conversation with people. So let me see. He qualifies himself as a B1, so that tells you where he's at, and that's what I'm saying. Like to me, to carry on an hour-long conversation. We did the whole thing in Spanish. Like there was like maybe 2 times where he couldn't think of a word and he said it in English, but we did the whole thing in Spanish. He was asking me mad questions, and if I asked him questions, he would respond immediately. So it wasn't like he just like mapped out everything that I could possibly say. Like he had no idea what I was gonna ask him. So I was impressed. I thought it was gonna be a lot more choppy and a lot. I thought it was gonna be a lot more work, but I was like, okay, we're really just talking. Like I said, I don't expect him to have like a crazy accent in 2 months in Argentina. So I was impressed, super impressed. But yeah, I did a video of him today, so he'll probably. I think he said he's gonna post it on Sunday or something. You thought I was gonna mention the dude from Costa Rica with a Jamaican accent? I don't know who that is. That could be anybody, bro. You gonna tell me more about it? I've seen his videos being duro. Yeah, bro. Like I said, I was impressed. It's to me, I'm more impressed with people that speak with confidence than I am with like people that have like a high vocabulary or something. I'm like, bro, you really just you spitting right now, bro. Yeah, bro. It is super interesting, and yeah, he told me some stuff I didn't know. I didn't know education was free in Argentina, so he's doing college there. He said there's a lot of Colombians and Venezuelans there that go there just to do college because it's free there. And so he's taking college courses in Spanish. And I'm like, you brave, dog. You brave. Rolando, you gonna tell me who you talking about, bro? You probably talking about Baby Rasta, huh? Is Baby Rasta from Costa Rica? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure Baby Rasta's from Costa Rica. No, Baby Rasta's from Puerto Rico. My bad. I'm thinking of someone else. Yeah, wait. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. I did a video with him? Bro, what are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about Nika Flo from Nicaragua. Yeah, bro, he's not from Costa Rica. That's way different places, bro. And he doesn't have a Jamaican accent. He has he has a Nicaraguan accent. Let me tell you something, bro. Because you don't know this. I know you don't because you said a Jamaican accent. People in the Caribbean sound similar to people that don't know anyone from the Caribbean. But Bajans, Trinidadians, all of these people, they sound nothing alike. If you really knew like what Jamaican patois sounded like, and you heard someone from Nicaragua speak, you'd be like, yeah, they sound nothing alike. Besides the fact that it's a Caribbean accent. It's like when people tell me like they just say like Puerto Rican and Dominican accents. I'm like, that's not the same accent though. And they're like, well, yeah, it basically sounds the same. I'm like, it doesn't at all. Like, not even close. Like, not even close. The intonation, everything is totally different. So I definitely get why you said he has a Jamaican accent, but he doesn't have a Jamaican accent. I thought she was talking about like a singer or something. I thought she was talking about like Dread Marai. Ya no ves más allá de tus ojos. That's my song, dog. But yeah, Mike, I love I love stumbling across all these people, man. I always find myself like watching beginners too. It's really weird, but I watch this other dude. Like I be watching these people that like really quantify their learning. Uh, I think that's how I stumbled upon that kid in Argentina. I think he commented on the first dude I was watching, but this dude's like at 1,200 hours, and he's really noting every hour of studying. Like if I listen to music for 5 minutes, and so he's making updates like every 100 to 400 hours, and I'm like, man, that's interesting. I have no idea how many hours of listening and conversation and stuff that I put in. I only did it by, months, like most people do, probably like you did too, or I know you did. I don't know if you ever actually quantified it in hours, but like, yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I've been doing it for 2 months, but how much I do in 2 months, don't know. So to see them be like, I'm at 1,200 hours and I can do this, and I've been watching like more people, and I'm like, damn, like there are pretty similar spots with these hours, so it's kind of like you can expect to be a certain place in a certain amount of hours versus like where you got to in 6 months. People don't really know how much time you put in those 6 months, so they can't expect to be speaking like you in 6 months. That's probably because all the Dominicans and Puerto Ricans I met are from NY. So in reality, they have an NY accent, not a PRRD accent. Nah, dog. Like unless they don't have family, like Takashi 6ix9ine is a good example. His dad's Puerto Rican and his mom is Mexican, but he has a Dominican accent because he grew up with Dominicans. But there's no way, because he didn't know his dad. But there's no way you grew up in a Puerto Rican household and you don't have a Puerto Rican accent just because you're from New York. It's not gonna happen, bro. No. Is it just me, or does it seem like more people are learning Spanish lately? Are we just a part of this community, so we're more exposed to it? I don't know why I feel like Spanish. Yeah, I think so. I think stuff like Bad Bunny helps, and Peso Pluma, just like random people like getting big, Rosalia, Karol G, just all kinds of like singers blowing up, and people like, damn, I don't know what they're saying. And then on top of that, like my best friend's little brother is learning Spanish with Will right now, and it's because he lives in Dallas, and he told me that literally 50% or a little bit more of Dallas now are Spanish speakers. And so he's like, bro, you need it. Like you need it to do well at your job and stuff. And so I think stuff like that. I think the United States is just becoming more Spanish speaking. Uh, there's a lot more Venezuelan immigrants coming in too, all types of immigrants. So the country is definitely changing. Puerto Rican and New Yorican. Yeah, they're different, but like I said, that accent is in Spanish. It's unmistakable, especially because the slang is not the same. Like the words are just completely different. Like you're, like I said, I have never in my Spanish speaking life heard someone and thought they were Dominican, but they were Puerto Rican. It doesn't happen. I'm telling you. You know how like, well maybe y'all can't. Dang, I never thought about this until right now. But I've never heard someone's voice on the phone and not known that they were black. Like I know what black people sound like instantly. Like we don't talk the same as white people. Even if you're using a professional voice, you can't hide it. It's just true. It's true. Y'all might be saying BS. I know people that sound so white. I don't care, dog. You can't hide it. Everyone knows you're black. Everybody knows, dog. Yes, tonality alone, exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's unmistakable. So that's how I feel. Like I'm literally, it's not gonna happen. Colin, trust me, it's not in my life, bro. Never once in my life have I made a mistake. Yeah, bro. It's that's what I'm saying. You can't mistake it. And if you can, then that's what I'm saying. You're not a part of that community like that. It's just unmistakable. It's like I said, I've never made that mistake. Like I said, never in my life heard Puerto Rican Spanish and thought they were Dominican, or heard Dominicans and thought they were Puerto Ricans. Unmistakable. Unless it's someone that, like I said, that's neither. And they're like, oh, I learned it from Dominican. It's like, okay, well, you're not really Dominican. So, yeah, bro, Brian Gumbo, man, he can act whatever he wants to act like. Yeah, he's articulate, but he sounds black, bro. He does not sound like a white dude at all. He just sounds like a black dude that speaks well, which he is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I didn't even feel like I had to say that. You already know how I feel. Yeah, he's very articulate, but he's black. But like I said, no no black person is gonna make that mistake. Do I think Godfrey sounds white? No. That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. Like, I've never heard a black person speak and thought they were white. Like, it doesn't happen because I know what black people sound like. Like, that's what I'm saying. There's a tone that's instant, bro. I'm like, this is a black person. If someone could trick me, I would be like, damn, you're the first person that ever tricked me in my life because it's never happened. It's just totally different. Especially the longer you hear someone talk. Now, off of like 2 words, they might get you, maybe. But if someone's like really talking, there's no way I'll be confused. There's just certain intonations and certain things that are said, bro. That's just, it's impossible, bro. I don't even think, I don't even think I've heard a person that was, now I need to listen to someone that was like a black but adopted by white people and never talked to other black people because I wonder what they sound like. Maybe that's the one person that could trick me. But if you grew up in a black family, bro, you sound black. I hate to tell you that. It's just true. What's crazy is I can tell black Colombians by their voices. Well, yeah, me too, actually. Yeah, I don't know how to describe that one, but I definitely know what you're talking about. It's it's very distinct. But that's what I'm saying. Like the more you get inside of a culture, that's what I'm saying. You instantly recognize it. Articulate is not about speaking black. Yeah, well, that's what we're saying. Like being articulate or not has nothing to do with being black. That's what I'm saying. It has nothing to do with that. Even if you're articulate, I can still tell that you're black. Maybe a mixed child. Well, if it's a mixed child, they won't be black. So they'll be mixed. But that's getting into another conversation. You might have not been here for that conversation last time. Damn, it's 10:53. Gumbo sounds white over the phone. Bro, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm telling you, bro. Never in my life would I make that mistake. He doesn't sound white. Like, he just doesn't. I don't consider mixed dudes black. If they're not black, no. If they're if they're mixed, then they're mixed. Do you consider uh I don't know, like somebody that's half Japanese and half Colombian, do you consider them full Colombian or do you say they're these two different things? Because they're two different things, right? You could say, oh, well, if you go back long enough, you probably have some white in your blood or whatever. But I'm just saying, as a race, I'm black. There's no mistake. I don't have to describe it to you. You look at me and say, that motherfucker is black. So if you gotta like tell me, well, my great grandfather was black, I'm mixed. It's like, yeah, you're mixed. You're mixed race. That's what it's called. Biracial, mixed race. Biracial or mixed race. If you're more than two, probably mixed race. But Rolando, check this out. You can be black. You don't have to be 100% African because black is a race. It's a skin tone. Like, I look at you and say, you're black. You could be black and be Colombian. You don't have to be like African American, or whatever. I would look at you and say you're black. If I can't look at you and say you're black, then I don't think you're black. Like it's just. But I don't remember how deep we got into this last time. But this whole conversation stems from the one drop rule, which is the most racist shit in the world. White people didn't want people being connected to them once they had been tainted. So it's like, oh, you got black in you, you're not white. Which is why now we have so many problems in this country, because people will be like 3% black and you're like, oh, I'm black. Because if you have black in you, you're black. But no, you're not. You're not black. Exactly, Mike. That's what I always say. I'm like, why don't they say they're white? Why do they say they're black? Because of the one drop rule. Because once you've been tainted, you can't be the other thing anymore. You're black, bro. Like you gotta go with them now. They wanted to make sure that slaves didn't get comfy. They're like, doesn't matter that I raped your mom. You're not me, bro. You're a slave. And that has come down to today, where people do ancestry tests and it says, oh, I'm 20% black. I'm black. You're not, bro. If you didn't know you was black before you took the test, you're not black. I'm Blasian according to the new rules. There's people that say Blasian, but you're two different cultures. You're black and you're Asian. I'm not Asian. I'm just black. And like I said, America's weird because you would say black and Asian, right? But those are not even the same thing. Your nationality, your ethnicity, and your race are totally different. So really, like I said, we should be saying you're black and whatever your other race is. Maybe they put Asian on the census. I don't really know what the census says for other stuff because I just check black. Or sometimes I check white just so I can get an interview. But Machida, Brazilian and Japanese. Yeah, because like I said, those are nationalities, right? I think I don't think you were here last time, but here, no one's gonna say they're Japanese Colombian. They're just gonna say they're Colombian because that's their nationality. In America, again, because they had to separate you. You're not white. You're Japanese American. You're not white. You're African American. That's why like white people don't have European American. Like they're just white. They don't do that in other countries for the most part. Most black in America have other blood in them. Of course, that's what I'm saying. Which is why I would just look at you, and if I don't think you're black, you're not black. It has nothing to do about the percentages from a DNA test or the story that you tell me. If you're not black, then you're just not black because it's a race. If I look at you and I think you're white, and you tell me you're not, I'll just be like, you're white. you know, just like every other white person that looks white. You know, some white person is like, I'm not white, I'm Scottish. I'll be like, you're still white. Like, I don't know what you want me to say after that. Like, your race is white because you look white. That's what race is. Yeah, based in phenotype, not genealogy, exactly. But like I said, that conversation is a lot more complex than it needs to be because of the history of America. Anywhere else, for the most part, and other countries do have problems with racism and stuff like that. But, Dominicans are not saying they're African Dominicans. They're just Dominicans, whether you're a white Dominican or a black Dominican. But here, like I said, because of the way stuff happened, they made it very important to separate that stuff out. The fact that we're even talking about this much is my point. Would they even be having this conversation in another country? Probably not, because some dude would say, you're not negro because you're not fucking black, bro. Like, no one here is gonna call you negro when they look at you if you're not black. You can't tell them a story about how you really are. They'll just be like, no. Every 5 minutes, we're all talking about something different. Yeah, that's how the chat flows. We be all over the place. Somebody says something and we just fly with it. Now we're about to be talking about whatever. What is this emoji you put? This is not an iPhone emoji, is it? Because it is weird, bro. That's what I'm saying. America is really unique with our racial situation, which makes conversations very complex and never ending. But yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people. Like, why does it matter what my race is? Like, it shouldn't, but it does. But like I said, I just check white on there, get my call up, walk up in there, and they're like, "Oh, who are you?" I'm like, "What you mean? I'm the 5 o'clock interview. I identify as white." Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It forces people to pick a race when they hadn't thought about it before. And it's tough, man. It's tough. Like, if you haven't thought about it before, because then you have to go through this whole conversation, which is how we get those, I know black, I Dominican. That's how we get those jokes because they're confused, bro. They're like, oh, you're saying I'm not black because I'm not this, so I'm Dominican. It's like, no, well, yeah, when you're in America. Hey, bro, you can identify as whatever you want. If people that aren't black are telling me they're black, I'm telling you I'm white. What will your children be if they don't look black? Whatever they are, they'll be mixed race because they'll be me and her. If they look black, they'll be black. If they don't, I'll be like, yo, you can go by whatever you want. I'm not gonna call you my black kid. On job apps, we say we white, 100%. I'm gonna tell them stop discriminating, bro. Why you care if I'm white or not? But yeah, that's something I'll get to when I get to it. But I have cousins that are pretty like, and here's the thing, like I said, the country has changed a lot, and it's gonna keep changing. When I was younger, there wasn't as many mixed kids. There just wasn't. There's a lot of mixed kids now, and they don't know what to do because we've had conversations like this for so long. When I was young, yeah, if you were black and white, you probably looked pretty black still, mainly. And so people called you black. But we're getting to the point where people are like 1/4 black, and they're being told like, well, no, your grandpa's black, you're black, hair is all straight, skin look like fucking Kylie Jenner, and they're like, nah, my grandfather's black, I'm black. I wish I could put videos in this chat, bro. I got this video saved from COVID. The whitest dude in the world, the whitest dude. This dude looked like Eminem, bro. Straight up, Eminem, blonde hair. He would wear a do-rag. And someone asked him on Instagram, like, yo, why you got a do-rag on? And he's like, oh, I'm Afro-Latino. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, oh, honey, I'm black. He was like, let me show you a picture of my grandparents. They weren't black, by the way, but he thought they were. They just looked like any Cubans ever. And yeah, he really felt like he was black because people told him, oh, your grandparents are Cuban. His dad looked like a white dude too. And he just felt like he was Afro-Latino. He actually got like bullied off the internet, but I kept the videos because I think it's hilarious. Because he like really, I'm like, why you wearing a do-rag? You don't even have black hair, bro. Like, you just doing that for no reason. Like, in Colombia, if you want, you can officially self-claim you're black. I'm about to self-claim I'm black. You can't tell me any differently, Giselle. I'm black. And the Ministry of Internal Affairs will provide you with an official certificate. Well, that's dope. Pull out my certificate, like, yo, just in case you didn't know, I'm black. Colin, that's my point, bro. That's my point. You didn't think that till you came here because it's fucked up. Well, not here because I'm in Colombia, but you didn't think that till you went to America because that's what it is in America. In America, once you got black in you, you're tainted. We obviously we took that and we turned it into something good. Like, we reclaim a lot of stuff and we're just like, oh, you got black in you, you part of the family, blah blah blah, like you one of us. but it was just because we turned something bad into something good. But it started off as bad. It's like once you got black in you, that other stuff's washed out. Like you can't be that. You're black. I heard the reason they wanted to consider Semitic people as white is because of Jesus. For sure, they want God to be considered white. I don't know much about that, to be honest. You have to provide evidence of your heritage, like grandparents, ID, and pictures. Yeah, like I said, racial stuff everywhere is getting kind of weird. And really, outside of these lives, I really don't like talking about it too much, to be honest. Because, like I said, it's a conversation that usually kind of goes nowhere. In the UK, there's a such thing as being politically black. And so, this is like, and I hate to call out a specific nationality, but I'm thinking of a specific person. It's like Pakistani people, bro. Indian people, people from Malaysia. And they will get an award for like first black person to blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, they're not black. But they're like, oh, but this is politically black because these groups were all put together in the 70s. And I'm like, bro, this is weird, bro. It's weird. Like, it's weird. I know about racial issues from training. Yeah, like I said, every country has its own problems for sure, 100%. Fear of genetic annihilation is logical while the rules created. Yeah, I mean even now, when they show like what the average person's gonna look like in 2050 and stuff like that, I know them people be sweating, bro, because there's groups that are growing, there's groups that are shrinking. They're cool people of all races and backgrounds. Dummies are equally distributed amongst all of us. Yeah, like, bro, I grew up in a real diverse place. I went to school, the first college I went to was not real diverse, but I was in the army. I played sports. Everything I've been in my entire life has been very diverse. I've endured racial abuse, but also, like, some of my coolest friends have been white or other races or whatever, other nationalities, anything. So that's why I always tell y'all, like, these conversations are not like heated conversations or something that I'm like really trying to impose, like, oh, you can't say this. I just tell y'all what I think. But man, my friends are everything, bro. One of my really good friends is Korean. He was in my wedding. It's my dog for life, bro, for life. And he's like real deal Korean. But yeah, we've had a lot of interesting conversations, man. Me and him specifically, because he's from Cali. So, like I said, when we grew up in the 90s, early 2000s, there were some words that people that were cool could say that they can't say no more. And so I know he was saying that shit. He told me, and we talked about it and stuff like that. But I was like, whatever, bro. That's the past. As long as you don't say that shit in front of me, you know what I'm saying? So I grew up in Texas with all kinds of people, and like I said, like when I grew up and where I grew up, anyone that was cool, more or less, could say the N word. If you was white but all your homies was black, nobody really cared. I always cared just because of my dad. Y'all don't know my dad like that, but my dad, my grandmother was a Black Panther, like real deal Black Panther, and my dad originally was in the Nation of Islam, so my family's super real deal pro-black. So I never was with the funny stuff, but I also wouldn't go out of my way. I wouldn't be like, hey, you can't say that. I just tell people like, bro, you ain't gonna be my friend saying that shit, bro. You can kick it with all them. If I hear you saying it, I'm not gonna fight you about it. But if you try to talk to me and you say or you talking and you say it, I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear anything you said. I'm gonna just walk away. And I would do that too, bro. When people talk to me and they say it, I'd be like, what? If they said it again, I'll just walk away. And people would just learn, like, you can't talk to him and say that. Like, you just can't. I'm not gonna fight you about it. I'm not gonna fight every person in the world that says some dumb shit, bro. At one point, I thought I could, but had to grow up. So, y'all want to hear a story that's not that funny, but at the time it wasn't funny, but like looking back on it, it's hilarious, bro. My roommate in college, and I can't give too many details because, like, I know if anybody's a detective like me, you could figure out a way to find out who this is. I don't know how you would, but you could figure it out. I got a roommate. He's from Ohio, and he's white, super white. My first roommate was from Alabama. He never talked to a black person before, so that was already an experience. But my next one, he's from Ohio, super white, and we'll have conversations like this every once in a while. And I was like, "Hey, yo, have you ever said the N word before, bro? Like, I'm not gonna get mad. I just want to know." He's just like, "Bro, I said it one time my whole life. I'm sorry." I'm like, "Bro, you don't gotta say sorry to me." I'm just like, I'm wondering, like how, what happened? And I'm thinking he's gonna tell me like he rapped it in a song or something. Sorry, this is not funny. After I say it, you're gonna be like, "Bro, that's not funny." I know, it's funny though. So he's like, "Man, it was my senior year. It was like my last game. It was the state championship. All the scouts were there to watch me play." And he's like, "And there was this really good black running back." I'm trying not to laugh because I couldn't believe it after he told me the story. I was like, that's not what I was expecting. You kind of like lowered the mood, bro. But he was like, "Man, he was going crazy the whole game." He's like, "It's the final play. Whoever scores," he's like, if they don't score, we win the state championship. If they score, they win the state championship." He said it was just him and dude. Dude juked his ass, made him fall, and he scored the touchdowns. Everyone went crazy. He won the Ohio State championship for his team. And he said he hit the ground and he was just like, "N-word." And I was like, "Damn, bro, that's that's way more racist than I expected." Because you was really hurt. Like, you was really mad he juked you and you called him the N-word, bro. And he was like, "I feel so bad, man." He's like, "I don't know." He's like, "It's the only time I ever said it in my life." He's like, "I don't know why I did it." And I was like, okay. But in my head, I'm like, that's not what I wanted to hear, bro. I just kind of asked it randomly and kind of thought he might tell me like something weird. I was not expecting. I'm like, bro, that was like a real rage fueled N-word, bro. That came out your genetics, bro. That was in your bloodline, just sitting, waiting to come out, bro. I was like, I don't really know what to say back to that. But yeah, it was. It's funny as hell to think about, bro. Every time I think about him telling me that story, I was like, wait, whoa, bro, that's not the ending I was expecting, bro. Like, but yeah, that's the people I went to school with. So his great granddad sent that one through him. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I couldn't laugh in that moment because I didn't want to encourage that shit. I was kind of just like, "All right, yeah, thanks for telling me, bro." But I was just like, "What the fuck?" I had to get on the phone and call my best friend. I'm like, "Bro, you ain't gonna believe this, bro. I gotta tell you something." Oh man, that was good. That was good times. All right, Mike. Thanks for coming in, bro. I'm probably not gonna be on here for too much longer. I've been on here for a long ass time. I will call your daughter black. Maybe. It's possible. It's possible. There's a lot of people in my family I don't call black. My family's real mixed. My family is real mixed. The town I come from in Texas, on my mom's side, it was a real segregated town, but when they got desegregated, lots of mixing happened. So that side is really mixed. And then my dad's side is like hella Creole. So a lot of them are like a shade or two lighter than me, but everyone's that color. It's not like there's a black parent and a white parent. It's just everyone's like that one skin tone above mixed. They're all black. And to think I was just gonna finish my drink. You're right. Rolando saved the chat. If y'all didn't know, I was like 30 minutes into this chat and nobody was here. And I was like, I'm gonna finish my drink and I'm gonna hang up or click out. And Rolando said something, and he saved me. He saved the chat. He's a hero. Big hero energy. Big hero energy. But that was good. I'll stay on for a little bit longer. Let me see what Ox is doing. Ox, what you doing? When should I get off? Alright. I'll do like 5 to 15 more minutes. It's 11:15. Do like 8:30 for sure. I'm honest. I'm always honest. Even if people don't like it. Usually my honesty doesn't rub people the wrong way, but sometimes it does. If they really want me to say something else, and I'm just like, well, I'm not gonna say what you want me to say. Like, if you want my honesty, it's what I think, you know. But like I said, like, anything I ever say is not. I never attack people. I'm never trying to hurt people's feelings. If I think I'm hurting someone's feelings, I'll pull back. I was like, bro, I don't think we should have this conversation, you know. But if I don't think I'm hurting someone's feelings, if we're just being real, I respect honesty. If people are honest with me, there might be a rebuttal, but I respect it. I don't like people that just like bend to the will of everyone they talk to. If you think something, just stand on it. You know what I mean? I got friends. I don't know if I could call them friends. I got associates that are like real deal white, country white. And kind of like the conversation we were just having, they'll just be like, man, I don't have any problem with other races, but you know, what's wrong with having pride in my race? I don't want to lose all of our culture. I don't want everyone mixing and we lose all our culture. And I'm like, you know what? I respect the fact that you're just standing on it and saying it and not beating around the bush. I would not like it if I was losing my entire race either. I think there's a way to say that without being super fucking racist about it. So, like I said, I talk to everybody. I can talk to anybody about anything. If they can be chill, say what they think without being disrespectful, I can too. You know what I mean? So, as long as people, you know, don't crank up the energy and start cussing and start being just. I mean, I don't really care about cussing, but there's a difference in cussing at somebody, calling them out of their name. I cuss a lot. But if I think a conversation is getting heated, I'll like pull back on the cussing because I don't want people to misunderstand me and think I'm turning up on them or something like that. Because I used to be like that when I was young. If I was arguing with someone or like having a discussion and they were cussing a lot, I'd be like, I feel like you disrespecting me right now. Like, I feel like you like think I'm a bitch or something. But looking back on it, I was just a hothead. So now I try to protect other people and not cuss so much if I think the conversation is somewhat heated. Man, what y'all doing up so late, man? Let's see. I'll be on here for at least 12 more minutes. I'm about to snag me another drink. Don't go anywhere, or I'll fight you. Am I into history? It depends. Depends on what it is. I'm not like a history snob where I could just be like, oh, I love history no matter what it is. But depending on the subject, what makes you ask? What history are you thinking of? Um, sometimes. Like I said, it just depends. There's certain stories that get my attention, other stories that don't. It's just purely contextual, circumstantial. It just depends. I watch and read random stuff. So there's some things about history that I get into that people will probably be like, "Bro, why are you reading about that?" I'm really into learning about intelligent people and like how they live their lives. Uh, you're relatively new to my chats, but there's a there's a Puerto Rican who's a legendary Puerto Rican, Pedro Abisu Campos, right? And he was considered black. He was considered like the first black officer in the army, and he was a politician. He spoke like 6 different languages outside of Spanish and English, and he did a lot, man. And the U.S. government killed him because he was doing a little too much. But I love reading about stuff like that, like reading about his life and how he did all of that stuff, how he managed to graduate from Harvard, like during a time where like there was like real deal segregation, and he was Puerto Rican and black, so at that time that was the worst 2 things you could be. You know what I mean? So it was a good history. Buffalo Soldiers in Philippines. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like an expert, but like I said, with the family that I came from, I heard a lot of stuff like that. As a matter of fact, I mean, I don't know why I looked around. I'm not at home. But in my dad's house or my parents' house, we got like mad paintings of Buffalo Soldiers. So if I didn't know about Heart, I could definitely remember some stuff if I heard it because my dad and my grandparents talk about that shit all day. Do, do, do. Schomburg? I don't think I know who that is. Let me Google it. Schomburg. Oh, I do know who this is. He was a Kappa Alpha Psi. That's weird. Yeah, man, that gives me something to read about. I know who he is, but I don't know enough to talk about him. So that's something I'll do some reading on. I pick up this book that he's mentioned, and when I Google his name. But the only reason I really know him, and actually that might be, you said you lived in New York. That's probably why you know him from the library joint in Harlem, right? That's what I know. I kind of when I read the name, I'm like, I don't know if that's what I'm thinking of, but he's the reason for that, right? Or am I tripping? Is that him? Yeah, I think. I think Rolando fell asleep. It's too late for him. Babies gotta get their rest. Do, do, do. Let's see. 5 more minutes, y'all. 5 more minutes. Stay awake. Stay awake. 5 more minutes. Miami can't do it. That's one gone. Our next one Bond. Black American soldiers, British Army 1812, went to Trinidad after the war. I don't think I knew that. That's interesting too. That is definitely interesting. Mario, we can do it. My mom will vex, trust me, we can do it. That means that the chance one man to me something. Baby, me no care about nothing. Me and you for your coming. Of course, after Canada. Yeah, I actually don't. I don't know anything about that, to be honest. More stuff to read. I like to read. I like to read stuff like that. Something like that would interest me. I'm always interested in kind of untold stories. So I feel like that's probably an untold story. Maybe someone that's a history buff might know that, but